Nerd could rise up. It could get elevated. Nerd could rise up. It could get elevated.
Hello, nerds.
Nerdcore used to be just a made
We're
up
back
nerd
after a
inside
month-long hiatus.
Mhm.
It wasn't because Halloween took it out of us. No, we love doing that.
And you would think we were like on a vacation. We were not.
No, we were not. It's just, it goes back to what we talked about on episode 1. We ran out of time.
Mhm. Mhm.
Let's
Life
do
got us.
intros. Yeah, well, let's do intro, and then we'll talk about why we've been gone for a month.
Mhm.
And then we got some news. And we're not going anywhere. Before, let me specify that we're not quitting or anything. When I say news, it's nerd news.
We got nerd news.
We got nerd news. And then we are going to do an episode Christmas based because we're in the Christmas season, holiday. So we're doing this month is all holiday based stuff.
Yep. Nerdy holiday movies, stuff we like. So
first, let's start and welcome to Everyman's Guide to Nerddom, where we are two 40-something-year-olds who talk about pretty much whatever we want. I'm 40-year-old Chris.
I'm now officially old man Kyle. Just took all the wind out of my sails. I was feeling so good. Yeah,
no, that's being 40 now, sir.
No, that is not feeling good being 40. Anyway, I'm Kyle, and if you guys would like to be part of our community, we have a link in the Discord or for our Discord server in the show notes down below. Discord is a great little app. We've got all kinds of channels in our server for anything that you guys like to talk about, anything from video games, movies, ball sports, anime.
Our holiday cheer channel.
All kinds of things going on there. Pop in, check it out. It's great. We got all kinds of conversations happening. So check that out. The link's there. Also, if you want to hang out with Chris and I live and in person, we both occasionally stream on Twitch. You can find Chris under there in Guyver Unit 1, GYBERUNT01, and I'm under KSIG, K_SIG. Hit the follow and the notification button there so you know when we go live. I've been off. Same thing with just like the show. I've been off of streaming for almost a month now.
Same.
Got back into it some this weekend, like 2 nights. I did it 2 nights in a row, and had a good time playing with Cho. Friday night, Breacher, Props Nerd, everybody. Like we got into some shooting games. Chris was busy doing grown up things, so that's fine.
Holiday party.
And had holiday parties for his job and all this stuff. So that's cool.
Go be social.
Gotta go be social. But yeah, go check that out. And also, whatever you're listening to or watching this on right now, be sure and hit that like, follow, subscribe, all that stuff. That helps us out, helps get the numbers out there. Share it with your friends. Okay? Be like, hey, these guys are mediocre.
These guys are cool.
Yeah, check them out. So
another reason that we've been gone. My youngest we had the end of football season, and she's a cheerleader.
Mm-hmm.
We made it to playoffs, had to do that. Then we did cheer competition.
Which you guys got.
We got first place.
Woo!
Yay! But that was practice 4 or 5 nights a week. And now we're into basketball where we're having practice 3 nights a week, then games on Saturday. So it's, again, like we talked about first episode, you run out of time to nerd out.
Yeah.
And this is one of Kyle and I's nerdy things that we love to do.
Yep. This is our nerdy thing. And like being able to nerd out, just talking about that, like, we haven't been able to record for like a month. Even during this month, I haven't been able to sit down and like play games. Like PC is my thing to game on. And I haven't got to sit at my little battle station in the last month to play anything. It's my battle station. And like really play. Like I've been playing Mario Kart on Switch, and I played like a little bit of Elden Ring on my laptop whenever I could like stop and sit down and do something. And that's it. Like it's very, very little.
Sad. This is the first time this week I've turned on the computer.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I was like, oh my God, I got so many
start
updates.
Of the week, but all last week. So, and then, yes, like Kyle was saying, Kyle just had his 40th.
Kyle was not saying that. But yeah,
But you said you were old.
yeah.
So Kyle just had his 40th. So happy birthday, brother. So
Thanks.
your
Appreciate
birthday
that.
song is do your balls hang low? Do they wobble to and fro? Can you tie him in a knot? Can you tie him in a bow? Yes.
Do you know how cold it's been outside? That's not happening.
But yes, welcome to 40, sir.
We're here.
So what we talking about today?
Well, we got a little bit of news that we want to get out, some nerdy news. Like the main focus of this episode, we've done a couple of these Mount Rushmore episodes of like our top 5, whatever they are, the topic. And today we're going to do a Mount Rushmore of our top 5, our favorite, our holiday movies, like what we like to watch this time of year. And
not necessarily the best holiday movies ever.
No, because some of them
like
are not the best holiday movies ever.
No, but they're fun to watch.
They're fun to watch, and I'm probably going to pop in a couple on there like of my list because I know Chris is like just loves it. He's basically Will Ferrell from Elf, like this time of year. His sleeves don't fit.
Why do you think it's been so hard to type?
Oh my! Wait, is it made extra long as well, or did you just tuck your arms in?
No, I just put my arms in.
Okay, and so
that would be awesome. Oh, we need to talk about that too. The war.
Yeah, the holiday.
Yep.
The sweater competition.
Yep.
And so yeah, Chris and B-Rob are in a sweater competition. You can watch as that unfolds in the Discord as well.
Social media if you're friends on that.
Mm-hmm.
We have been doing this for 4 years now.
It gets pretty heated. I will say reluctantly that you are winning solely to the fact that there were a couple days that B-Rob did not wear an actual sweater.
Well, and
I'm giving you like 2 points on that one.
But to be fair, they don't have to be, as long as they're a holiday shirt, it counts.
Oh, I thought you were going full sweaters. Okay, well, anyways, we may put it out there to the community.
Holiday shirt, it still counts.
We'll put it out there to the community. You guys can scroll through. There's that holiday cheer channel in Discord, and you can see like all the postings of who's wore what sweater or shirt, holiday wise theme throughout the year. And we put it out there to let you guys vote. Yeah. Who won, Chris or B-Rob? Probably B-Rob.
See my Caddyshack one yesterday?
I missed that one.
Yeah, I posted it last night, so go look here in a sec. But the gopher comes off.
Okay, I gotta check it out.
Okay, so
but we got some
with your news, sir.
Yeah, we got some news that we want to cover, and like this was like last minute when we were pre-showing all this, some things we want to talk about because there's some stuff happening this week that's going to happen before we even record again. So Gamescom is coming up, and there's tons. We're not going to be able to hit all the things that you guys were like, oh, that's my thing that's coming up soon. Just like 2 things that we want to hit on really quick before Gamescom happens, and next week we may do like a wrap up and talk about like all the cool news that came out at Gamescom. The first, probably the biggest thing that is happening this week, and I don't remember if it is happening at Gamescom or if it's just this week, on December the 5th. So 2 days from now, as of recording, 9 a.m. Eastern time. Eastern time. Yeah, Easter time. Rockstar has stated that they will release trailer 1 for GTA 6. This is huge news because we may finally know that we're going to get GTA 6 possibly by the end of the decade. So
I'm not going to hold my breath. It's Rockstar.
It's Rockstar.
I'm not going to, like, when they do shit, they do it well. Bully, yeah. GTA 5, Vice City, all those. But again, that's when they do it. When they go on their own damn timeline.
They take their sweet time. They put out a really good product.
But it could take years.
But it's been in development for several years already. I mean, we kind of have an idea of who our protagonists are going to be. There's all kinds of speculation around the setting, supposedly kind of revisiting a Vice City type setting. Huge map. I mean, we know what the general picture of what we're going to get, and we know the history of Rockstar and how they've done, especially with like GTA 5, how they've done that. We get going to console, and then about a year later ish, we'll get it on PC. They did the same thing with Red Dead 2. went to console. I think it was like a little bit less than a year. Then it came to PC. Now, that being said, I think that maybe they have seen from the I don't think it's going to be as long for the transition this time around.
From what I've heard, though, just some articles I've been seeing, they might be releasing the PC version right away.
That would be amazing. Now I'm a little biased to this here. Okay, so we know that with GTA 5, it took a little while before multiplayer came out, and it took a little bit longer. You know, even with PC and getting multiplayer and all that, and that's where we got like 5M. Then we ended up with all these modded servers, and that's where the roleplay community really took off. And we did a whole episode about GTA roleplay and GTA roleplay back a year or so ago. You guys can go check that out. And we had a really good discussion. Is me and Chof and I think Props Friday night we're talking if they're going to keep GTA 5 online going. And there was some back and forth about like, well, will they keep it going? Are they going to kill it and try to push everybody to 6? So everybody will buy 6 and do that. I kind of think they're going to keep 5 alive. I think that
big.
Multiplayer is probably going to be a thing from the get-go. I don't think
It
we're going to have to wait
better
on Yeah. I don't think we're going to have to wait on multiplayer. And my going out on a ledge prediction is that Rockstar is going to do a lot with some tools and some things to help with these with the custom servers like we see with 5M and all the custom servers for roleplay and all that. Because
they saw how big 5 went.
Yeah, I mean that's a huge thing for. I mean, their cash cow is online and selling shark cards and all that stuff, right? That's online. GTA Online is their big cash cow, and with the RP community, with all the custom servers and stuff, that was a big seller for them. I think a lot of people that weren't. I mean, I was one that like I would maybe play GTA 5 or whatever. I bought GTA 5 just to RP on. And there's a lot of people that bought GTA 5 solely for the fact that they wanted to role play on it.
Mm-hmm.
And so I'm thinking that they're going to try to lean into that a little bit, but I think they're going to try to do that and still keep some control over it. So maybe they'll release the tools and maybe they'll have some control over it. Maybe they'll make it more role play friendly. Like, I think they're going to cater to that crowd. I don't think it's going to be like a huge thing for them, but I think that's going to be, it has to be in their minds because that was a big seller for it. That's why a lot of people bought it. Not the biggest chunk of their consumers, but a significant portion bought it just for that. And a lot of people bought it and then converted over and they started doing role playing stuff. I mean, the role play stuff is massive. Massive, massive, massive. So we'll see. And
I think you might be right just because of the popularity of how the modding community is.
Mm-hmm.
I think you're right.
And then, you know, there's always kind of been
you'd be stupid not to listen to your fan base, your community.
Yeah.
And this is what they want.
They definitely want that. They probably want it to be easier to do. They love modding GTA 5. GTA 5 is just modded to hell and back. You can find anything you want and a lot of things you don't want on there. So yeah, I'm really curious to see how that goes. We can probably talk about it a little bit more after we get the trailer reveal this week and we do our episode next week. The other little piece of big news, and this is slightly older news, but
we haven't been on it for a month.
Yeah. And well, this is like going back to the first of the year news. But I think it may be coming to light really soon, like this week. So all you Fallout people out there, all you guys, like, I love Fallout. I know Chris, you love Fallout. Like Fallout's just such a great game.
It's a great game.
Such a great game. Such a cool story in so many different ways. I love the series just because it's not tied to like one character. I mean, you can kind of think of it the same thing as like with GTA. It's not tied to one thing. You just got this universe that you play, and you got all these cool stories and stuff. So earlier in the year, or maybe towards the end of last year, it was announced that there was going to be an update pushed out for Fallout 4, a next gen update. Very similar to how GTA 5 got a next gen update, how Skyrim got the anniversary update and all this stuff with the overhaul of graphics and a lot of bug fixes and a lot of features and things added in. So supposedly that's happened with Fallout 4. The way I understand it, if you own Fallout 4 on a previous gen console, so if you have a PS4, the update is supposed to carry over. Now you have a PS5. You know, you're one of those people that made the jump. you should be able to carry that over. I think. Don't quote me on that. Don't come back and torch and
Don't
pitchfork
quote
me if
us
I'm
at
wrong.
all on it.
But that's my understanding how that works. So with that is also a update that's being pushed for the PC version. So another graphical overhaul, bug fixes, all these things. So when a studio is working on something like that, Steam has a database, and I'm going to probably screw all the technicalities of this up. Just bear with me. That things get uploaded to, and there were 2 branches uploaded to Fallout 4's back end. Back when this was announced, and one was like pretty inconspicuous. It was like dev build 2 or something like that, and these branches all come off of Fallout 4. This is all the work and things that are being done to it, without like totally messing with the original game itself. And so Steam has a database that players can go out there and look and see, like, oh, there's all these things that are happening to Fallout 4 through these branches coming off of it. There was also a new branch back on April 4th of this year, released, titled New Vegas 2. And that was added to Fallout 4's back end. So it was tied to Fallout 4. It was titled New Vegas 2, and there's a lot of things that were added to it, and then it disappeared after 2 days. And so either it got accidentally uploaded with the wrong name, and they're like, oh, crap, we weren't supposed to do that, because, you get code names and project names and stuff the studios work on. And then it got pulled down, or Todd Howard is pulling a funny and be like, hey, we're gonna do this like low-key teaser, because this will get hype going for it, that people are gonna keep talking about it. Or Todd Howard could just be trolling everybody, like, this will be funny, we'll just call it New Vegas 2, and everybody will get talking about it, but we're really not doing it. The rumor is that this is going to feature a lot of new content, that the update could feature new content from the Creators Club that was built around the ideas and the themes around New Vegas that modders were putting into Fallout 4. And so Bethesda's done this in the past with, you can always go out to like Nexus Mod and stuff and get mods for the PC versions. Then you have the console versions, and really the only options are the Creators Club, where things get uploaded, they go through a screening process, and they get put up on there. So it's talking like maybe some of these fan mods are going to be added either to Creators Club or in the game itself, revolving around New Vegas. So we don't know if it's going to be like a full-on like DLC type thing, if it's going to be mods, if it's going to be an overhaul, if it's just going to be, who knows? We don't know. But because Gamescom is coming up next week, and that's where we're tying all this back in together, is that the speculation is we'll know something this week on what they're going to do. So Microsoft/Bethesda is going to be announcing something in the time frame of Gamescom next week, and we'll get some light shed on, because the big talk is like it's going to happen before the end of the year, that this update is going to get pushed out. And I think that announcement is going to happen next week.
And it'll be a later episode. Kyle and I were actually talking about this before. My fear is when they're saying, yeah, we're going to release all this content, this modded content. I hope that they give the creators of these mods their credit.
Mm-hmm.
And not just take it. Or there's not some shitty clause in the game that says any mods are intellectually property rights of Bethesda Studios. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like being sneaky. I'm hoping that these people who created these mods, that spent their time and their energy into creating these great mods, get their due. That's all I hope.
So, and just like a little quick blurb that I've read here, they do, like, if you can sell stuff to Creation Club, like they can pay. They're not saying what they pay, but they do have a vetting process. And so, yeah, there's the con that like maybe they're taking stuff, but I think that as a creator, you can get paid for that through Bethesda, either like a royalty thing, if people are, because some of those mods you have to pay for to get or use the coins. I can't remember how the whole system works. I haven't messed with it on console in forever. But then the downside of it is like somebody could steal your content that you had like out on Nexus mods or whatever, and then try to present it as their own and all these things. So it's a murky gray area kind of squishy thing there, but if it's bringing content, it's bringing content. So that Could be a good thing. It could be a bad thing if it's being stolen. It would be a good thing if it gives people the option. Like if you're the type of person, if you're a modder, if you're the type of person that likes to make mods, there's an option. There's an opportunity to get paid for it through Bethesda. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. We'll know more about a lot of this stuff next week. Plus, tons of stuff coming out from Gamescom that we're going to hear about. So, be looking forward to that. So now our actual episode.
There's a lot more stuff we got to talk about too, but that's another episode.
That's a whole other episode. We just want to get these things out in front of you guys before this stuff happens next week. So
because it's big. It's big in the nerding community.
Yep.
So all right. So we're gonna talk about our Mount Rushmore of Christmas movies, not shows, not TV shows, but Christmas movies that we love to watch. So therefore, A Charlie Brown Christmas is not in this.
No, well, it's a special. You know, okay.
Well,
Honorable
okay,
mention.
we can change. This is our show.
No. We can leave
No,
it.
let's do this. Let's do this. Let's do.
It's not on my list, so it doesn't matter. But
It's on my list.
you're taking your own stuff up. You're like, no,
Yeah.
I'm not.
Well,
putting this on my list.
I was trying to narrow this down. Let's just do, instead of just movies, just the holiday specials. It could be movie or TV show that we have to watch. Let's revise this then.
Okay. I've got some that were really hard for me to choose between because what I was leading off with way back early in the episode is like, you love this season. You love Christmas. Like, this is your big thing. And I'm always kind of neutral-ish on the holiday season. Like, I definitely enjoy spending time with family and all that. It just always ends up being super stressful for me. I don't dive into it super heavy. And I'm not dogging anybody that loves to do that because I think it's amazing. I just never have. But I do like the season, but that way. But yeah, I'm not sitting here waiting on Mariah Carey to show. Like, no, it's
She's appeared.
She has appeared.
Someone thought her.
Did she see her shadow? Do we know if we're gonna have like 8 more weeks
There's
of Christmas?
4 more weeks of Christmas.
God dang it. Okay. But there are a lot of holiday movies I really do like. Oh man, I'm sitting now. I'm thinking of other ones. Crap. All right, you start because I'm going to see if I may need to change my.
So we'll do what we normally do. We'll go through our lists. We'll go back and forth. And then this is in no particular order. And then we'll put them in order to our 5.
Okay.
So I'm starting off with probably one of my favorite Christmas movies of all time, Elf. Elf with Will Ferrell and Zoe Deschanel, the late James Caan, Madeline Albright, Kyle Gass, Peter.
I forgot that he was in it until I rewatched it the other day. Yeah,
Andy Richter. Kyle Gass and Andy Richter. The lady who is James Caan's secretary.
Yep.
Was the lady from Big.
Okay.
The one that Josh fell in love with. So that's her. So it's an all-star cast, and it's just the great Ed Asner was Santa. And that's where we learned the Central Park Police are not nice and they're on the naughty list. The Mounted Horse.
Elf is such a funny movie, man.
Elf is just a great movie. I actually bought some for the girls. I bought some their gumdrops, and they're whirly swirly gumdrops, they're called. And they look like the pools on Elf, and it says Elf on it. It's pretty cool.
How'd they take to that?
First,
or have you given them to them yet? Like, is this like
I haven't given it to them yet. No,
Okay.
It's there. I haven't given it to them yet. They told me, "Bye, Chris. Hope you find your dad." But I've got a car buddy of Buddy the Elf that rides in my car. I've got 3 of them this year. So, but Elf is it's just a feel good movie, and I love it. Like we've got 3 different versions of it: the HD, the regular, and then the 4K. I think it's 4K, and then the sing along edition. They did the Buddy the Elf, like animated the Christmas claymation one. So yeah, Elf. That is what I'm starting it off with. I love that movie.
Okay, I'm starting off with one, and I'm 50-50. I'm thinking in my head, like, are these on Chris's list? I know I got a couple that probably are. And I think this one's borderline maybe on your list, maybe not. Just a movie that I absolutely love because I love all of these movies. Ernest Saves Christmas.
I didn't put that. I should have.
That didn't make your list? Okay.
No, it should have. Shit. I forgot about Ernest Saves Christmas. That is such a great movie.
Mm-hmm. Yes. Such a good movie I mean, I love all the Ernest movies anyways, but there's so many just like iconic little scenes that pop out in that for me with probably the biggest one is when Ernest was trying to sneak into, I think it was the airport because the reindeer were there and he was the snake handler. So he had his pickup truck full of snakes and he's like, they're pies and snakes, these little hillbilly thing. Jim Varney's so underrated. Anyway, like
it's on sale right now.
I think I have it.
I don't know if I have it.
That's one of my halves right there. And so just a really cool story. You've seen it a few times in some other movies. You know, Santa is ready to retire. Right, we got to pass the Santa torch on. Oh my God, that reminds me. There's maybe another movie I need to put on. Anyway, so they're wanting to pass the Santa torch and looking for the purest of pure, whatever. And you have it was supposed to be passed on to a guy by the name of Joe Carruthers, played by Oliver Clark, who was a super wholesome. He had his own like kids TV show. He had the beard. He had all the things. And oh man, if you guys haven't seen it, you need to watch it. I absolutely love it.
I'm going to buy it right now.
You got Chuck and Bobby. It's hard to miss Chuck and Bobby. Gaylord Sartain, the great, from our home state of Oklahoma, playing Chuck, the big guy. Man, just Ernest movies make me feel good. Like it's just that kind of guilty pleasure, and I kind of feel like Jim Varney was, like I said, just severely underrated. He was the Jim Carrey before we had Jim Carrey, with being able to just do a million different characters, a million different faces and voices, and he plays Ernest. He plays he goes in disguise when he's Ernest in drag as the grandma. All the different.
Oh, my idiots!
Yes. And I think I was kind of looking through the trivia. This is one of the few movies, or this may be the only one where you actually see Vern, or at least you see his hand. Yeah. So yeah, that's on my list. I just love the movie.
I forgot about that.
I'm surprised,
totally
actually.
forgot about that one. Yeah, I am too. I'm disappointed in me.
Mm-hmm. As you should be. I'm disappointed in you.
Well, you're not the only one, sir. Next on my list is A Charlie Brown Christmas.
There we go.
So it's just a classic. You have to watch it. Sad trees, getting a rock. The loving relationship between Sally and her sweet babu.
I was going to say the loving relationship between Linus and his blanket.
It's just a great movie.
Mm-hmm. I think those cool. I think a lot of these holiday specials, if they're longer, that one's more than 30 minutes, isn't it?
I think that's only 30 minutes.
Okay, I was gonna say if they're like an hour ish, I think they should qualify as a holiday movie. They're like the in betweener there.
Charlie Brown Christmas runtime 25 minutes.
Why was I thinking it was longer?
Maybe you just
story of my life. Okay,
maybe
so.
I don't know, but yeah, Charlie Brown Christmas. For those of you listening, I don't really even need to explain that to you guys.
Mm-hmm.
So we all know what it is. So, all right.
So mine. Okay. This is a movie we've talked about a lot. I'm pretty sure it's on your list too. This may save us some time. Nightmare Before Christmas.
Yep.
Is on my list. We talked about, like, is it a Halloween movie? Is it a Christmas movie? Yes.
It's both.
All right. You can just watch it. You can watch it at Thanksgiving. It was, usually on general, like, rotation in my house quite often. More so the kids love it. I really like it. I don't know if I buy into it more for different reasons than other people do. I love the Tim Burton, his stuff anyways, and love the style of that. I like the story behind the creation of the movie, and like how it's all, real deal stop motion, and the amount of work and effort, just the artistry of that movie is really cool to me. And in the songs, like, you can't go wrong with the soundtrack. Probably one of the best holiday, because it's not traditional holiday music.
It's phenomenal. The entire thing is phenomenal.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because I mean, like, Danny Elfman doing the soundtrack, okay, composing and all that, which I'm a big Danny Elfman fan anyway. Like, came about that later in life because I didn't even realize all the things that he had done. I mean, we've talked about Tim Burton to death, literally, and but we didn't talk much about Danny Elfman and how much his music has put into these movies. So, for those of you that don't know, Danny Elfman has scored so many Tim Burton's films. He did, I know he did Batman 2 as well, but he also did this little TV show that you guys may or may not have heard of, that a lot of us are fans of, that he did a lot of music for, The Simpsons.
Weird, huh?
Weird. How about that? And was in a band in the 80s, late 80s called Oingo. I can never say it right. Oingo Boingo.
Which did Dead Man's Party.
Oh God, I love that song.
From Back to School.
Mm-hmm. So here's how I got into Dead Man's Party. That song was reading Ready Player One. And that song got referenced a lot, and then I was like, wait a minute, like, I should know that. And then I ended up listening to it and then watching the video, and it was on repeat forever. And then I kind of went down this whole Danny Elfman rabbit hole for like a week, and I was like, okay, he's pretty cool. And he's still performing like random little one-off shows here and there. He's like,
and he does the Nightmare Before Christmas thing in Hollywood too. Yeah,
that's what I was trying to think of. So now we're doing a Danny Elfman appreciation piece.
I've just been an Oingo Boingo fan since the 80s. So.
How old is Danny now? He was born in 53. Oh shoot! So is he 70 now?
Is he really?
Yeah, and he is freaking ripped, dude. Have you not?
Yeah, no, I've seen him lately.
Yeah.
Well, and then he also did Weird Science with Oingo Boingo.
Mm-hmm.
The theme song.
There was iconic. A video of him playing guitar or doing something. I can't remember what it was. He kind of looks like he would be like your creepy English teacher. Do you know, like the kind of the weird, like with these glasses and stuff like that? He'd be kind of odd, and then like he just kills all this music, and he's like tatted out too. So unless those are henna tattoos, I don't think they are. But yeah, he's just those are real deal tattoos. Just a cool guy, to like a little eccentric, a little bit, but you kind of have to be to do some of those things. But the Oingo Boingo stuff, going back to Nightmare Before Christmas. Anyway, so all this stuff that he added to that just helped makes it iconic. So that's also on your list. I'll let you talk about your side of Nightmare Before Christmas now. I can cede my time to you.
You've hit it. I mean, what more can you really say? We've talked about it from Halloween.
Mm-hmm. So we've talked about it in the Tim Burton episode.
Yeah. So no, we'll
probably talk about it again for some reason around Easter. I don't know why.
We love it because the Easter bunny's in there and they make him poop.
Oh, well, there we go.
My next one, A Christmas Story. Even if you don't willingly watch A Christmas Story, if you turn on TNT in the past, which in Oklahoma it was channel 29.
Mm-hmm.
It played from Christmas Eve through Christmas Day on repeat. Yep. So you were forced to watch it, but it is such a classic. One of the funniest memes I've seen this week is this guy holding this Red Ryder BB gun, and he has an eye patch on. He's missing an eye, and said, "We told you." Oh, I died. I'm like, oh, I want to be friends with this guy. But yeah, Story of Ralphie. I've got a 6-foot Ralphie in his bunny costume in my yard right now. That's fuzzy.
What?
I have a Seat Buddy. That's another one I have. So I've got Buddy the Elf out of my 3 and a Ralphie in his bunny costume.
What's the town in Oklahoma that has the leg lamp?
That just won the award.
Oolacah? No.
No, it's one of those weird town names that
We all
That's
have.
hard to
They're all
pronounce.
weird town. Okay, you keep going. I'm going to find Oklahoma. Chickasha.
it's Chickasha.
Chickasha has the. So for those of you that want to do some holiday travels, go to Chickasha, Oklahoma. They have a 50-foot tall leg lamp statue.
Which is awesome.
So you can check that out.
So Peter Billingsley, it was our Ralphie, and you got to remember they did a new Christmas story last year.
They
movie
did.
that came
I
out.
have it. I haven't watched it yet.
I haven't watched it yet either. I need to though. What's that on? Is it on Disney Plus?
It's on my computer.
No, I think it's on Max. I think it's on HBO Max, or just Max now.
Mhm.
But Peter Billingsley, interesting enough, did porn for a little bit after this,
I forgot about that.
and then
I know. Okay, I say that like I've watched it. I remember hearing about that. Not that you know. He was the executive producer for F is for Family. If you ever watched that, yeah,
is it good?
Yeah, he stayed in the business in apparently one way or another.
Yeah, you know what? Good for him.
Well, it was a lot of production stuff. He did a lot of producing, is what it looks like.
Well, at least he stayed in the business.
Yeah, like the X show. He was a producer for that. I remember that. Zathura, a space adventure. You remember that? That's supposed to be a sequel to something or a spiritual successor to. I can't remember what movie it's supposed to be a spiritual successor to. But yeah, producer for that. He was an executive producer on Iron Man.
Was he really?
Did some stuff for BlizzCon. And then A Christmas Story Christmas, he was a producer for that. I don't know. I'm scared to look at his acting chops from. He was on Wonder Years. He was the boss. Did a few little shows there. Oh, yeah, of course he was in Highway to Heaven because I think every 80s kid star was eventually on there.
Yep, at some point.
At some point. I'm scared to keep scrolling to see what we get up to here. Who's watching too? Oh, he was in Elf. And he was also in Iron Man. He's William Ginter Riva. He's in Spider-Man Far From Home too. Who is that?
That's going to drive us nuts till we figure it out.
I'm looking right now. You carry on. William Ginter.
But the next person in there that we would remember is Darren McGavin, is the old man. What else do we know Darren McGavin for?
What else do we know Darren McGavin for? I'm about to cheat here.
Don't cheat. Just think about it. He was Brian Madison.
Oh, yeah.
Billy's
Billy Madison.
dad in Billy Madison.
Well, he did a lot of
he
stuff.
was in a lot of other stuff too. Like he was in do you remember the Judy Blume books Fudge? Fudge, yes. Super Fudge. He was in the TV show Fudge.
Really?
Mm-hmm. So yeah.
I'm looking here at who the character William Ginter Riva was. Looks like he's like one of the scientists or engineers for Tony Stark. I'm seeing some pictures and stuff here. I remember seeing him in the movie. I did not realize
it was him.
That was him. Yeah.
So okay, your turn.
All right. So I did Ernest. I did Nightmare Before Christmas. You've already talked about Elf. That was on my list. So something that I caved, and I'm starting last year. I put this in my Christmas rotation because I hadn't watched it since I was a little kid, and I remember my dad watching it, and like I didn't really, and I watched it then. I never picked it up again until like way later in life, and it's now in my holiday rotation. I feel like I've sold out and given into social media and all the pressure from that. And, finally actually watching it and giving it its due justice like I should have years ago. Finally did that last year. Die Hard. Die Hard is on my personal Christmas watch list now. I don't watch it with the kids.
No, you don't want to watch it with the kids. But Officially, it is as of this year a Christmas movie because they're releasing it in December in the theaters.
Oh, they're gonna. Oh, I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, that's gonna be a tough one for me to watch because I love Bruce Willis. Bruce Willis is one of my all-time favorite actors.
Or Bruce.
And here's what's crazy. You know, I was just kind of looking at this, you know, because just this last year he's diagnosed with dementia, and
He can't read or talk now,
it has just went downhill so fast. And it was literally
which
10
means
years
he was
ago.
pretty far along before they announced it. Anyway.
Yeah. And what's great is it was 10 years ago. In 2013, we got the latest and last Die Hard movie. So 10 years ago, he was still doing action stuff. And now, you know, we have what we have with him going on now. He's 68 years old. So he was 58 when he did the last Die Hard, 57, 58.
Which is nuts.
Yeah. I did not know he was born in West Germany.
I didn't either.
Yeah. And so I've always loved Bruce Willis in pretty much everything that he's done. So that's tough for me to see him going downhill like that. But Die Hard's such a good movie. You know, we get to see Bruce Willis when he had hair. So if that's not on your list, if you're kind of like me, you're not always into the super over the top Christmassy movies, throw Die Hard on there. Give in to the pressure. Make it happen. I know B Rob's going to support me on this one.
Yep. No, it's a Christmas movie.
It's a Christmas movie.
So I turned my tree into work into a Nakatomi Plaza. It's still a tree. I'll have to once the
Oh, I thought you did the keyboard tree.
It is. It's the keyboard tree. But Lily goes, it kind of looks like that tower from Die Hard. I'm like, it does. So I put numbers. I'll post it in Discord once the ornament comes in because I've just got to cut out right now a picture of Hans. He's on a mouse in numbers, and so it's a giant advent calendar now too. Yeah.
You know,
good call, sir.
I saw
next.
it. You're getting the ornament, you said?
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, 'cause I thought I found a Hans Gruber Funko, but you're going to pay for it. So
Yeah.
never mind.
No. This is
Like a $45 Funko.
No, thank you. Not
Get that one, Banner, if you don't already have it.
Yeah, get it, Banner. Next, A Muppets Christmas Carol.
Yes, it's on my list. You knew it was going to be on my list.
It is a great, and we can both talk about it. We'll just do what we do, play off each other on this one so we can get it out. It's just a great imagining. I love Muppets. We've established this. Muppets are one of my favorite things in this entire world. And this version is just really good. Interesting story about it is that who is playing Ebenezer in this version?
Oh, and it's oh my God, why'd I go blank for his name? I'm sitting looking at his like in my head, looking at his face. God dang it,
Michael Caine.
Michael Caine. I almost said Crane. Like that's not right.
No. So apparently, I saw behind the scenes of this.
Oh yeah, he hated it, didn't he?
No, he loved it, but he took it serious.
That's what it was. He
loved the experience. He played it like it was a British like
he was doing theater
piece.
again.
Yeah,
like because he did a
not
lot
with
of theater.
Muppets, but I think that's why he's so good in it though too. But no, he didn't hate it. He just liked it.
And so here's what I kind of like about this. Where's it at here? So Screen Rant has an article about their top 11 Christmas Carol movies. Like, because it's been redone so many times. You know, Disney's done one. There was like the original film version in like 38. There was another version in 84. There was Scrooge in 70. You have a Christmas Carol from 99 that has Patrick Stewart in it. You have the Disney one from 09, Scrooged in 88 with Bill Murray, you know, a take on it. So that story's been retold so many times. But Screen Rant's number one version of that story is the Muppet Christmas Carol.
That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Who would have thought Muppets would have been? You know what I mean?
I was thinking about this earlier when I was going through my list of like, I mean, I knew this is on there because I love the Muppets just in general.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, why does our generation really like the Muppets? And I think it's one, we grew up on Sesame Street.
And
two,
Muppets.
and Muppets, you know. And so my two were like, I think growing up on Sesame Street, watching Sesame Street, and then and I've said it before when I was a wee little Kyle, one of my favorite Saturday morning cartoons was Muppet Babies. And so just I don't know why it was just I love that movie or that show so much because they they redid all these famous, like they redid Raiders of the Lost Ark, and they redid like all these famous movies. They were doing satire before I realized what satire was. And so that's how I got exposed to a bunch of other movies too. It's like, oh, watch it on Muppet Babies. So I think that's probably why I got a little special place in my heart for the Muppet Christmas Carol
I agree.
and Muppets in general.
You're up.
What have I got left? Okay, we talked about Elf, did Die Hard, Muppet Christmas Carol, Ernest Saves Christmas, Nightmare Before Christmas. There's 5. I got a couple honorable mentions that I haven't.
We haven't done our full list yet. We're just going through them. Like
we're just going through them. Okay, well, I mean, we gotta have Home Alone on there.
Yep, Home Alone definitely.
Mm-hmm. I love all the memes and stuff around that. Like, how did they? Like, I'm pretty sure his dad was like selling drugs or whatever. How did they? Anyway, there it is. Oh, Macaulay, what a life!
Who just got his star on Walk of Fame?
I saw that. Did you share that?
I didn't, but I might have shared it on Facebook. I don't remember.
I saw somebody had shared it on Facebook that he was there and
with his smoking hot wife. Brenda Song, aka Wendy Wu, Homecoming Warrior.
Yep, and oh my, what's her name? Catherine O'Hara was there with him.
Yep, which is great.
She was just such a mainstay in like late '80s, early '90s movies for so long, with Home Alone and Beetlejuice, and what else was she in?
In the 80s,
and she's still going.
Well, Schitt's Creek. Not 80s, but like, more recent, which she won a shitload of stuff for.
Mm-hmm. I forgot she was in Frankenweenie in 2012.
Oh, she was, wasn't she?
Yeah. She's still going strong. But like, she was the face of the, I always thought of her as like that cranky mom because, I mean, same thing from Beetlejuice. She's this, yeah. And then in Home, yeah, she was just there.
Okay. So my next one just made the new rotation as of last year because it just came out.
Okay.
Spirited from Apple TV with Will Ferrell. It's a reimagining of A Christmas Carol, basically, kind of. Ryan Reynolds and Will Ferrell. It's kind of almost like a Broadway musical.
Yeah.
But it's a more modern take on A Christmas Carol.
Is it only on Apple TV?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, that's why I haven't seen it yet.
It is so good, though. It is so good.
I remember hearing about it when it was.
You have other ways of watching it, sir.
I'll find it.
Yep. But yeah, Spirited is it's great. If you haven't watched it, do yourself a favor and watch it. If you don't like musicals, don't watch it. There's a lot of song and dance in it, but it's good. So what do you have?
All right. So one that I watched when it first came out, and I think I've watched it one more time since, and I'm putting it back in because I don't remember. I remember I really liked it. I don't remember much about it. So it's going back into my rotation is the Christmas Chronicles.
Yes. Mm-hmm. With Kurt Russell?
With Kurt Russell. Probably the coolest. I haven't watched the second one. So.
Oh, the second one's really good.
Yeah. I know I've watched the first one a couple of times. I just need to rewatch it because I don't remember anything that happened in it except that I really liked it. So, I mean, Kurt Russell, an amazing Santa. Kurt Russell was an awesome Santa.
I agree.
So, that's going back into my rotation.
Was he as good as Tim
Allen
as in the Santa Claus?
And that's what I was almost put that on my list and I didn't.
Me too. Well, because the TV show was fantastic. They're on season 2 right now, and it's really good.
That's a tough choice. Because Santa Claus was so good.
Yeah, they're both good in their own different ways.
I would say that Kurt Russell Santa has a better beard. Kurt
agree.
Russell Santa has an amazing beard.
Yep.
So yeah, we'll go with that.
Okay.
But what was weird is about the time I finally like broke down and like rewatched this again was also around the same time I watched Bone Tomahawk, which is kind of weird to see.
Which will scar you.
Santa, what's happening?
Santa, no!
And you want to scar a kid, do that. Like, hey, here's what happens to Santa later. So
Back to back. Next, I've got the Rankin and Bass. You know, I got to put Rankin and Bass in there.
Yeah, you just
Rudolph
list
the Red-Nosed Reindeer.
all of them.
Well, I want to put all of them, but Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, just it's a classic with Hermes the elf who wants to be a dentist, and Rudolph, and was it Yukon Cornelius?
Yep,
I believe the Abominable Snowman.
Which
Winter Wizard, Winter Warlock.
That Abominable Snowman, I think, was a source of nightmares for many people around our age.
It wasn't Winter Warlock. That was a different one. Yeah, no, I agree. And then now how people are comparing that to Sammy Hagar.
I forgot about seeing that.
Yeah, stop posting this shit. What do you got next?
Oh, some good laughs. Another one that I watched once with the little man a year or two ago that I'm putting back into rotation because I know he's going to watch. Okay, I'm going to preface this a little bit. So my youngest one, my 8-year-old, loves Christmas. Like he's rivaling your Christmas spirit. Like little kids have Christmas spirit for the most part anyway. He is overflowing with it all the time. Like starting in like August, he's ready for Christmas. So I'm going to put some of these movies back on the list. But me and him, we watched a couple years ago, watched Klaus. And that's another one that I want to go back and rewatch.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot about that one. That's a great movie.
That's another one for me. Like the kiddo loved it. I thought the artistry of it
on
was
Netflix,
really
right?
cool. Yeah.
CG one.
Yep. From some of the people that did Despicable Me.
2019.
And, yep. Jason Schwartzman, J.K. Simmons, which is awesome. Rashida Jones, Will Sasso. A lot of Joan Cusack, Norm Macdonald, like a lot of really good names in it. And so, yeah, I'm putting that back on the rotation pretty soon. What is this holiday movie that have I seen The Night before? I don't think I have. That's a Seth Rogen movie.
Oh, probably not then.
Joseph Gordon-Levitt, Seth Rogen, Anthony Mackie. I may have to watch that on my own. Okay, that's an older movie, or 8 years ago, but still.
Next, another Rankin and Bass, The Year Without Santa Claus. That's the one with Heat Miser and Snow Miser.
I don't think I've watched that one. I need to watch a bunch of Rankin and Bass stuff.
That is, I love those so much. Maybe we should have that in our movie watch channel one night.
Mm-hmm.
But it is just so good. I love that one. It's Santa gets sick. He thinks the world doesn't have any love of Christmas.
Mm-hmm.
So his elves go out to look for Christmas spirit. It's a great movie. Good. There's a lot of good songs in it, and it's Rankin and Bass. So Year Without Santa Claus, it's a great one.
I think
that one's almost an hour.
I think I have to make 2 like Christmas movie or holiday movie lists. Ones that I want to watch that are just fun. Like they're not always, like I said, the feel good Christmas movies, but they're good holiday movies. Or feel good holiday movies. But then there's also, the list for the kids. Like, okay, these are good for them to watch, like Klaus, Elf, things like that. I'm surprised that it's not on that neither one of us has brought it up yet. Because it's been years since I've watched this, and I feel so terrible for taking so long to watch this again. Is Christmas Vacation?
Mine's on there. That's the last one.
That's the last one. Okay, I'll let you take that one then.
No, it's fine. Go ahead.
No, because I haven't seen it in so long, so I can't talk about it. Other than I want to add it back to my list.
Well, we can just play. We can go off to the other. Since you brought it up, let's talk about it real quick.
Okay.
It's just one of the best movies of all time. Like Cousin Eddie, Shitter's Full.
Mm-hmm.
You've got Grandma doing the Pledge of Allegiance. The Jelly of the Month Club. Clark in his house. taking down all the power in the city.
Mm-hmm.
Clark up getting locked in the attic. That's the third car buddy I have as a Clark. I've also got a giant 6-foot Clark in my yard, and then I've got a one that has his picture and it says "not the brightest bulb."
Got all the things.
So Chris, and then that's where you got "Why is the carpet wet?" I don't know, Margot, or "Why is the carpet all wet?" Todd.
You know,
It's just a neat movie.
I was
And
going
I
through
love the theme song.
because I have IMDb pulled up so I can, you know, we can kind of look at some like other stuff that they were in and things like that. And we have brought up in the past, and I know people say all the time, like, we got great Halloween movies, we got great Christmas movies. Why don't we have any good Thanksgiving movies? Like, there's really not many. And one that I did not realize is a Thanksgiving movie, and I bet I have not seen this since I was like maybe 10 years old at the oldest. Planes, Trains, and Automobiles is a Thanksgiving movie with Steve Martin and John Candy. Yeah, because they get stuck. Yeah, get stuck with John Candy over Thanksgiving trying to get back home. So I'm going to put that on my Thanksgiving rotation now. I'm a couple weeks late, but you know, for next year I'm prepping.
Okay,
trying to get home from New York for Thanksgiving.
It is, isn't it?
Yep. Yeah, because John Candy was a shower curtain ring salesman, and yeah, so I'd love to go back and watch some more John Candy movies. So I think I've got close to the end of my list, other than some more that I would want, I want to add later. Do you got more you want to talk about, or you want to go through your ranks?
Oh, I've got a couple more.
Okay, knock them out.
And we'll knock them out real quick. Frosty the Snowman, the animated one.
Okay.
Happy Birthday with the magician. Busy, busy, busy. That's a classic.
Okay.
Christmas Vacation. Lily said I have to put this one because I watch it every year, and we have to kind of go over it because not a lot of people know about it. It's on Disney Plus. Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas, a little known Muppets one. It's set around kind of turn of the century, you know, not like a lot of electric, like it's about Emmett Otter who's trying to get money to buy his mom a Christmas gift. And his mom's trying to get him a Christmas gift, and they end up selling, like, his mom washes clothes for the village that they're in. She sells her washboard or wash tub to pay for Emmett's I think it's his tools that he needs, but he sells his tool, or I can't remember. I need to rewatch it again this year to do it. He sells his prized possession for her Christmas present, and so it's them trying to do everything, but they create a jug band.
See, I think that's one of those movies that we've probably all seen.
I guarantee
if you're
you,
close to our age, you've or maybe, you know, even older, we've probably all seen it. We just don't realize that we've seen it, and then you see the images of it, you're like, yeah, I remember watching that.
It's great. It is so good. But Emmett Otter's Jug Band Christmas is on Disney Plus right now. Go watch it. It's just fun. It's a great family movie.
My God, I'm scrolling through all these, like, because I'm looking up all these as we're going through. Like, you may also like this movie.
This one, yeah, I know. It's a rabbit hole. How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Yeah, we didn't have any Grinches on there.
Either the Jim Carrey one, which is a great one, or the original with Thurl Ravenscroft, who does "You're a Mean One, Mr. Grinch."
Yep, the iconic version of it.
And Boris Karloff is the narrator. So How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Another one. We always watch the Doctor Who Christmas specials in this house. So, you know, Doctor Who. In our house, Doctor Who is celebrating its 60th anniversary this year.
Is it going to Disney? Has it went, or is it going to Disney Plus?
It is on Disney Plus now. They bought the rights, which is just an odd thing because so they had the first special last week with the Meep, and it's Miriam Margolyes. You might know her as Professor Sprout from the Harry Potter movies. She is the foul-mouthed lesbian. Go look up Miriam's best moments on the Graham Norton show, and you will die. She is the foulest old lady you have ever met. Like they had a Harry Potter reunion on there, and she looked at Daniel Radcliffe and she goes, "Oh, it has been a while since I've seen you. Your balls have dropped since then." So she was the meat. The second one came out last night that we're gonna watch today. And that's where we got Matt Smith, who is Damien Targaryen from House of the Dragon. He was on The Crown. He was Prince Philip, I believe. Matt Smith's just a great actor. David Tennant, who we know from is it Mr. Purple from the Jessica Jones show? Tennant's been in a ton of stuff, a lot of voice acting. He's super famous. Another one that we watch around here all the time, that's one of Lily's favorite because it makes her sad. Don't go figure, whatever. That's what girls do. Love Actually.
Really?
Yeah, it's a Christmas movie, and it gave us that iconic, I can't remember his name. He was Simon Pegg's stepdad in Shaun of the Dead. He was also is it Marcus from Underworld? Bill Niley? Bill
The Silency guy?
Yeah, what's his name? Let's see. Actually, it's where we had Keira Knightley was in there.
Keira Knightley.
Liam Nielsen, Hugh Grant, Laura Linney, Bill Nye. Yeah, that's him. He sings that, and I feel it in my fingers all the way to my toes. I'm sure I butchered that, but
Did
it's being played on the radio now.
Did Disney get like all like the whole catalog?
Yeah, they got everything.
Okay, cool.
So
That's
I heard,
another massively
be
long series that I've been behind on that I will never catch up on, but I can talk about maybe wanting to catch up on it someday.
What, Doctor Who?
Yeah.
It's great. I would love to do some Doctor Who episodes. Because here's the great thing about Doctor Who.
Mhm.
You don't have to go back to understand it. You can start with the current seasons. You'll have to Google some of the enemies, but each episode or each season is self-contained and wraps up.
No,
So
you tell me that. And
I'm telling you they do, but you have, of course you're going to have people who come back. But with the Doctor Who's, the seasons are self-contained. So you could start with the current season. It's
okay.
Good. It's awesome.
That's going to be hard for me to do, but okay.
But okay.
We're talking about like ending up on IMDb and going down these, like you see all these suggested things.
Yep.
And I just had a core memory unlocked, I think, of something that terrified me as a child. That I don't remember. I didn't even know that I watched, but now I know that I've watched this, and it's a Christmas movie, and I'm not adding this to the list at all because I'm afraid it may traumatize my child. It's Jim Henson's The Christmas Toy.
That was my next one.
What?
Yes,
You
I
shut
have
your
the
mouth.
DVD.
I remember, like, it's on my IMDb screen right now, and like I think I remember watching that and it freaking me out.
I have that. No, I've got the DVD. Okay, so go to Amazon.
No, I'm not buying this.
No. Just look how much it is.
Okay, hold on.
I've got the DVD. We watch that around every Christmas. Oh, they put it on Prime Video.
I'm still not watching it.
They put it on Prime Video. Okay, so watch out.
Oh, that's the wrong Christmas toy on Amazon. Hold on.
A holiday reverse harem romance. Not that one. Look at how much the VHS tape is.
Whoa. Well, that's just one independent seller. You can get the DVD for $33.
Go down again.
Yeah, there's a DVD for $33. 24 used.
They're out of print. But they put it on Prime. It is one of the greatest.
I just remember something about like
Jim Henson,
the dead eyes of the toy. I don't know, like
the doll. But yeah, no, it's great. I love the Christmas toy.
You know what? I'm gonna let Little Man
1986.
Wrap this episode up. I'm gonna let Little Man watch it, and I want to have him tell me what he thinks.
Oh, I know. My youngest guy Verena loves it. So, but that's what I got. So, all right. Now we've rattled your ear off for a long time.
Yeah.
All right, Kyle, what's your 5?
All right. So my 5: Ernest Saves Christmas,
Mhm.
Nightmare Before Christmas, Muppet Christmas Carol, Die Hard, and then I had a hard time picking my 5th one. I'm gonna go with. I'm putting number 5 on here on my list just for my kiddo because he loves it, and it's Elf.
Okay. A good list. I've got Elf. I've got Charlie Brown Christmas. Emmett Otters. Year Without Santa Claus.
Mhm.
And then Christmas Vacation.
So what I think would be cool, in the Discord, you guys that are in there, hop in there in holiday cheer episode discussion. Give us your top 5.
Yeah, we'd love to hear it.
Especially if you got something that's different from ours, and especially if it's something extremely different from ours. You know, your top 5 holiday Christmas movies or specials or books. If you got books you want to read, Chof, if you love The Christmas Toy, a holiday reverse harem romance, put that out there.
Chof, if you constantly read a Christmas Toy, reverse holiday harem romance, let us know about it. Let us know which chapter was your favorite.
It's free with Kindle Unlimited.
It is free with Kindle Unlimited, Chof. There, just a forewarning, there's probably going to be a lot of expletives in chat once Chove hears this episode.
I hope so.
I sure hope so.
There's a lot of expletives playing Battle Bit Remastered with Chof on Friday night.
Was
there
shot, really?
Yeah, he got shot a lot. We couldn't figure out where it's always coming from. He's like, ah!
Oh, so good. But yeah, so let us know. We'll have a new episode for you guys next week. I think I can play next week. So what about you?
Might get the gang together. Saturday's questionable because it's state for esports.
Yeah. So, well, hopefully we can, because you and I need to get back into it. We need to build our base back up again. So.
Yep, I got one team that's one game out from qualifying for state, but I'm taking the whole team anyway to go watch. So.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I'm good with that. So, with that, this has been Every Man's Guide of 40-year-olds. Or Every Man's Guide to Nerddom. I'm Chris.
And I'm tired of this shit because... Oh, okay. Before we end that, I got to tell you about the whole birthday thing. I said I was going to lead off the episode with this. I'll wrap this up, and then I'll do my little... So, in class the other day, because, I teach, one of my students came up to me. And they're like, "It's your birthday today?" I'm like, "Yeah." Yeah. They're like, "Oh, well, how old are you?" I'm like, 40. She goes, "Oh. Yeah. It's like, I feel the same way. Thanks a lot.
You go, "Oh, yeah, you just got extra homework."
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I haven't finished grading your papers yet. So I'm Kyle, the old guy. And wherever you guys are, whatever time it is, morning, nighttime, whatever, have a good one. And please be good to each other.
Stay fresh, you holiday cheese bags.
See you.
Nerd Corker, rise up. It could get elevated. Nerd Corker, rise up. It could get elevated. Nerdcore used to be just a made-up word.